talk about the new project.
Yeah, Ghost.
It goes covered in honey.
Yeah.
Tell us what's the title about and the meaning behind it.
Okay, the title is very simple actually, or maybe it's not. I had this one cup that I was drinking in, like I really like drinking out of it. It was like a cup that my uncle used to use when I was young. You know, it's not that exact cup, but like it's different. It's just, it looks very similar. So I was drinking out of it, and I just like started drinking from it a lot. You know, I wasn't drinking out the bottle anymore for some reason. I don't know. Maybe I was trying to be bougie or whatever. And then the one time as I was drinking, maybe I was a little too buzzed. It broke, and it had beer in it. Like my heart broke. So like the beer in it was the honey, cause like the not beer, a little sweet.
Yeah.
You know which one it is. Like so the beer is the honey. You know, and like how it broke. That's what I started. I wanted to like commit to the cup, cause I done this thing that I never really did. But like whenever I was drinking, I used to drink straight from the bottle. But like with that cup, I was drinking in the cup all the time. And it didn't feel foreign to me. So like I just wanted to commit to the cup and like dedicate the project to the cup. In a way, like as soon as it broke, it died and became a ghost. And I was like, I'll never forget you, ghost. You will forever be my bitch. And I love you. That's it.
Oh, so that's the title.
Yeah.
So with the project, did you have this title in mind before recording, during or after? and how did it like fit in with the songs?
It fit in because like even the project, I guess, like my impersonation of extroverted people, and my idea of what being extroverted is being outgoing and drinking. I think like drinking is the thing that makes me be like a little extroverted, you know. So that's how it ties in. I'm married to Ghost covered in honey. The honey is the drink, and then like my ghost is like, it's that cup that broke, and the cup that broke kind of symbolizes it's like the second part of the album though, because like, and now I'm just gonna make it too complicated. So it ties in that way, whole like the fuel to fuel the extrovertedness that I was having in those small periods, you know. But it ends at some point, and when it does end, I go back, which is like the second half of the project, you know. That's why the sound is very, I want to say ominous. It's cold. It's not. It's very hollow. It doesn't have a lot of sounds to it. It's just like supposed to sound. I want it to sound as cold as possible. You know, so that I could just like express. I could express what I could express the emptiness that I was feeling when I was doing that shit. I wanted to do with God the sound as well. You know, not just like with the shallowness of the lyrics, but like with the sound. And then like the second part of the album, you know, I break out of the cycle. It's like a crucial to save there. It's like when I break out of that, but like the sound is still there. You know, it's just I'm still drinking. You know, I'm still drinking, but like now I took that alcohol and I'm drinking it in the house. On my own. That's where like the cup was, when the cup broke. You know, that's when I started like focusing on it and trying to dedicate the project to it. So like basically the second half of the project is more about the cup than the first half, because the first half was me dancing,
just being extrovert,
my impersonation of an and then the second half is when I start thinking again. I get my shit back. So I'm like, you don't want to do this anymore. You know.
Then just tell us about the features and like how do they fit in that whole sound, the whole concepts, and you trying to be an extrovert, like
I think if it's let me talk about mess and stuff. I think that's my nigga. Snow is he getting there? Snow calls me an alcoholic, which I'm not. But like mess is really about that as well. More like getting it out straight to the brain as a mess. I can't even think straight as a mess. And then you know what you do with that afterwards. Like Snow is like the Snow drinks also, right? But this is what about Snow. I think she fits in there because I seen her drink and I was like, okay, Snow can drink, you know. So like she fits in that one. She was perfect for that song. For me, she was perfect for that song because like she's the first person I saw drinking. I was like, okay, this nigga can hang with me. And when it comes to like the mob feature like it came weird because like that song, I had like it was like those two umbrella verses that I have on it, and there was another verse, but like I export songs so differently sometimes. So like I was supposed to send him it with 3 verses, but like I'm sending it to the wrong version, and he sent me his verse, and like his verse fits so much better than mine. I was like, I'm not gonna edit anymore. I'm just gonna remove the verse that I had and just leave him there because he was so much better on it, and I'm very appreciative. And though I think I collaborated the most on this one with K and D, because I've been collaborating with them a lot and I really appreciate it. They engineered Tata, they engineered Javelin as well. That also has Venom raps. And but another like online, and it's like I've met Piff though, I've met Lil Usa Brax actually. Venom is the only one I ever met.
Yeah.
Newcastle nigga. So yeah, like working with them is very fun because they challenge me, they make me better, you know. And how they fit there is a thing I hold whenever I work with KD. Just it's like a glove, you know. It just fits. It works nicely. And Venom raps also is like he's not dependent on me. That's why I fuck with him.
Yeah.
I love people who don't depend on me. I love people who don't need me. You know, so I can feel like you want me, not need me. I want you to want me, not need me there.
Yeah.
And then with Advil, she was very shy recording that verse actually, and she murdered it still because like she re-recorded it. She wrote it. She wrote another one. I'm like, I had fire. I respect it. I respect the work ethic. And with LMP, that's a no-brainer. I'm always working with LMP. That's my boy. That's my guy. And then DFK also. HOS, you know, there's a lot of people on this, and I appreciate everybody. I want to like be appreciative of everybody.
And they fit well with like
perfectly, yeah, perfectly. LMP says things, you know. I'd like to think he had his moments where he's extroverted, but like LMP knows how to say things, which is why I wanted him on the second half of it. Like I was like being a little too thinky.
Yeah.
You know, so he fit perfectly there. Maul was hyper super extroverted, and who's this? Vinny also knows how to be. I think Vinny. The one thing I've also been learning from Vinny, he knows how to talk. You know, like he's not gonna be. Cause we're in the same groups where like, we share music, and Venom will share his music and talk, and like he make everybody feel comfortable. Me, I'll be chilling there like, do I not? And he's like, nigga, what the fuck is wrong with you? And I'm like, dog, I don't know what. Stop, dog. This is how I handle it. You know. So like that's something I think it's an important trait. You know, because like he's also, I think he's introverted, but he knows how to, step up. Yeah. He knows how to step up when he's supposed to, which is, something I appreciate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you talk about like on this project compared to the previous ones? There's verses where you are using Vanek. Can you just talk about that and just make us understand why? I don't know what made you branch out and not only use English but also rap in Vanek.
So like I've been rapping Gagaswana, it wasn't good. So I had to get to a point where I'm comfortable with it. It's like with releasing music. I started making music in 2010, but I released my first song in 2015. I just needed to make sure I think I'm decent. I don't wanna release something and not want to listen to it. It's like with my 2016 project. I can't listen to it now, but like then I was feeling it, you know.
Yeah.
So like even now, I wanted to make sure that I'm good, or like I think I'm good at least.
Yeah.
So that I can present a product that I, can be proud of as well. That's it.
Okay. So let's just discuss the songs on this project. So the first one, Too Much.
Too Much.
Can you just let us know what's this song about and maybe just explain the process of recording it just a bit?
Feeling myself. Like Luther Breaks, Candies and Beats, and I was like, I'm gonna feel myself. I'm too much. I'm gonna tell you I'm too much, and you're gonna be okay with it.
Yeah.
That's literally just it, to be honest. Like again, it was hollow.
Yeah.
So I'm doing some shallow shit. And that's when I started drinking, and I was like, yo, should I do this shit every week? And I was drinking every fucking week for the first time in my life. So like, it was just crazy.
So, cause another thing, it's the first track on the project, and it has a feature.
Yeah.
Cause normally, like with artists, like on their intro, they don't have a feature. Can you just maybe just elaborate on that? Why was it the first song, and were you conscious about having a first song that has a feature?
Yeah, not necessarily I was conscious about having a first song that was a feature. It's just the thing I feel like it fit. You know when you open the project and I'm going, especially in the beginning, because I was going crazy, thinking, enjoying this and not thinking too much about it. Like just letting it happen, like just let it happen, go experience life. Go experience a different thing that you've never done. And that song, it kind of represents the energy that I was on at the time. So it's like the first thing that I had to open up with, and Mob was coming, from Valley, we was like working and shit. So it just fit for me. This project really, it's not anything I'd say you expect from me in terms of style, unless I feel like I went back to like he didn't know what to call it type style, but what I would say is I think it's like I try to make it as cohesive as possible, because the sound is very it's very similar. I made sure not to like go away from the sound in the project, you know. I also made it as cold as I could, as shallow as I could, because I really wanted to signify that at that point, because I just felt a little empty. Because like I had just released a project where I said a lot of things, and you know, it feels like I wasn't living anymore. All the content is out, and like now I gotta go live, and the things that I was living, they were not things that were necessarily fulfilling.
Yeah.
You know, if you may. So this is like the result of that. So like the first half of the project is just about just me being excited and trying to be an extrovert, you know, or doing my best impression out, and like how far I can take it. And like, you know, sometimes I remember chilling with then like, yo, what's wrong? Are you okay? And I'm like, I'm okay. I'm just chilling like this and I'm quiet. And it seems like a guadil or whatever. And I'm okay. It's just that I'm thinking about some other shit, but it's not depressed shit. It's just I'm thinking, you know, yes, I am drinking, and because I'm sitting, I'm enjoying myself. You know, when you're in the club and like people watch I have and they're like, what do I have? And like, no, but I'm don't worry, I'm enjoying myself.
Okay.
I'm cool over here, you know. So the first half is basically just that, me being as extroverted as I could, going out. I remember my sister telling me, yo, go live, dog, because like you're always in here. How are you gonna draw stories in here? And I went, and then like still the stories that I came back with weren't darling. It was a human experience, of course, but it didn't feel the most fulfilling as a person, you know. Like the only thing I guess I took from that is like I worked on my social skills again, my social ability, my social wellness. That's not a real word. Me being social, like I worked on that, and I needed to, man, but like that's as far as it goes, and it's not, you know, and not to say it's bad. It's amazing, which is like this project is spawned off of it, you know. But I still, you can still like, this nigga's not an extrovert. You can still feel it, you know. You talk to people, and you're the one at the corner over there. Like even when you're with people, it's like you're alone and it's weird. And my niggas are crazy. Fish is crazy. Fish will see you like, hey, you know.
Dance.
Yeah, dog. You like no, I shine. You know what? It's like it's like anyway. It's like so like the first half of it is basically just that, me going through the motions, me being extroverted and trying not to think too hard. It's just me having fun and trying to have fun
as best as you can.
Yeah, as best as I can in that setting and the whole I'm not used to. And then the second half of the project, from like track 8 to 9, because I opened the project with like the highest intensity, so it's a high intensity song was more up there. I try to be as light as I can, because like I'm like, okay, it's still new, so I'm enjoying it, you know? And then like as the project goes on, you know, I get used to it, and I get to like the last song, I think Shikwembu was the one before Crucial. Like now Shikwembu, I'm feeling myself, so I overdo it. You know, I'm overdoing it here with the energy as well, because like it's about to close. I overdo it. You drink too much, and you just wake up the next day like, I don't want to do this shit no more, you know. And then comes Crucial where it's like, okay, now it's like I'm getting a little thinky again. I'm getting a little thinky. I'm going back to my normal self. And then comes Safe is really where it just cut out now. It's like now can't be alone, you know. And then that's how I break the glass. We're drinking alone now. Like the name comes from that. So like the second half, like from Safe and the rest, that's where now I talk. I'm talking. I'm thinking again. You know? It's like it's kind of like night and day in terms of content, but it's like in terms of the sound, how it sounds and how I wanted it to feel, it's the same. And I wanted, like, especially on Safe, I just wanted to sound dejected. I wanted to sound like ugh, but like I know what I'm supposed to do still, you know. So I think that's what I tried to portray. That's how I would suggest like you remember when you listen to the project, but like you don't have to, just go listen to it. If you don't fuck with it, thank you for listening. If you do fuck with it, thank you for listening. You know.
Wait, it's the kids next door? Fade. Talk, it's too much. Walk, I do that. I want peace, like Buddha.